Hello, everyone. My name is Ceci Enriquez, and I am Associate Director of Corporate Partnership Communications at No Kid Hungry. And I'm joined today by
Jason Wilson. I lead our brand and marketing efforts for the No Kid Hungry campaign. We're really happy to be with you all today virtually and really excited to share a resource with you guys that we think will be really helpful for families that are struggling at this time.
As we all know, the coronavirus has closed schools nationwide. What that means is nearly 22 million school children have lost the meals they depend on. This is a big problem, but we're really happy to share one of the ways that we at No Kid Hungry are helping raise awareness about free meals kids can find and families can find in their neighborhood. Jason, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So the No Kid Hungry Free Meals Finder map is an online tool for kids and families that are looking for meals during this time. Normally, we run a map and a texting service for summer meals programs around the country. So we know that when kids aren't in school, that can often be the time where they're most at risk of hunger. And normally that means the summertime when schools are closed. But we know that right now, with all schools being closed, that time where kids are possibly the most hungry is right now. So we created the No Kid Hungry Free Meals Finder map. What it is an online resource where people can go and find meals near them.
Great. And we're really grateful to our friends at Nestle Pure Life Water who helped us make this possible.
Absolutely.
Jason, one of the things I'm really excited about with this resource, it's available in Espanol. So Spanish-speaking families are going to be able to access it, and the information is going to be in Spanish ready for them as well.
Absolutely, yeah, and the tool is really simple to use. In fact, I'd love to share it and kind of demo
Yeah.
it, walk through it. So let me share my screen here, and here we go. So this is the map right here. As you can see, there's a little note at the top of it right now. We want to make sure that families know that many of the locations are changing on a near daily basis. And while we're trying to keep the map updated daily or weekly in as many places as possible, we work with folks like the USDA, state agencies, school districts themselves, and community organizations to keep the locations up to date as possible on the map. We know that these are regularly changing. So one of the reasons why we built this map is so that families could find out more information about what was closest to them and contact those locations just to make sure that all of the information, the meals that are there, the last thing we want is for families to go to a location that isn't currently serving food that day or maybe serving meals at a different time. That's one of the main reasons why we made the map.
Great.
But
So the map, not only does it tell us where these locations are, but it also tells us when they're operating, so times and what meals they're serving.
Correct,
Um,
absolutely. Yeah, and why don't I search for a location?
yeah,
I can actually find one that that is close to the main offices for No Kid Hungry. Let's see. Let's see if we can actually get it to pull up. There we go. And you can see when you put in an address,
mhm.
it does what you would expect, tries to find something near you as you type, and then it locates you on the map here. You can see a couple things happen right away. You'll see these little pins where you are, and then you'll see these pins where meal sites are. And when you
Great.
click on a meal site, the map shifts to that. You can see just in the District of Columbia how many sites are serving food for kids at this time. And then on the side here, you can scroll down and see a little bit more information about all the pins that are showing up in your view. Things about when the sites are open during the week, what meals they serve. So I'm going to click on this Colonial Village map pin here. And you'll see when I clicked on the left-hand side of the map, it zooms over to that piece as well. You can see these little icons that show what meals it serves and what times it's serving those meals, what days of the week that site is open, and then you can get directions from here. A lot of places we have phone numbers for as well, and anything that we have a phone number for, we would recommend that you check on that as well. But this is a great place where you can go to find some resources and find some food assistance for you and your family.
That's great. And you mentioned earlier that this is something that we're continuously updating, right? So families can always come back and check at a later time, and there'll be additional information potentially on more sites.
Correct. Yeah, we have over 40,000 sites on the map already, and we are getting more sites every day. We're working really, really hard. We have an amazing team here that is working near full time on this map right now to make sure that we have the data for it and that it is as up to date as possible. So yes, keep checking back. There will be more sites to share, every day, and even sometimes within the day itself.
Great. And one last thing, I know that you typed in your full address, but you can also type in just a zip code, correct? And then cast
Correct.
a wider net of locations.
Correct, yeah. So you can just type in a zip code and it pulls up that zip code, which is also Washington, D.C. zip code. I find that when you type in the zip code, you can see that it's a little bit further spread out. So sometimes that's even easier than typing in an exact address. And another good highlight of this, we don't track any of this information for any other reason to help families find food resources near them. So we're not tracking this. We're not in terms of the data behind all of this. We're really just trying to provide this as a resource, and we'll really just want to make sure that families can find food assistance near them.
Great. And families are able to go. Do they have to call in advance and register, or can they simply show up with their kids?
No, that's a great question, Ceci. No, they don't. All kids ages 0 to 18 are eligible for all of the sites on our map. There's no registration. You don't need to bring an ID. You don't need to be, even in most cases, you don't need to be a student in the school district where you're picking up meals. So if the site is near you and you have kids ages 0 to 18, so even kids are before school age,
Mm-hmm.
can go to these sites and get the free meals that you need.
That's great. And can you tell us just how long will this resource be available on our website?
Yeah, absolutely. So this resource is going to be available well into the foreseeable future. We plan as we don't know really, how the times are changing right now, but normally we're preparing for summer meals right now and kids being out of school for the summertime. We definitely will be including, even as states may reopen, some of those summer meal sites may come online, more permanent sites for feeding during the summertime. We will keep this map available at nokidhungry.org/help all throughout the summer. We don't foresee actually taking this map down at any time. We know that these resources are going to be valuable for families, and we'll continue to add to these resources over time.
Absolutely. Great. And how can people help, anybody that's watching, how can they help spread the word about this resource, whether it's
Yeah.
for somebody they know or, somebody in their social networks?
Yeah, so we also created, if you go to the No Kid Hungry blog, it'll be the top blog post, and we'll keep it there for quite a while. We have resources that talk about the map itself, give you the link to the map, which is nokidhungry.org/help. And then we also have some social media resources down here at the bottom. We give you a little bit of social share language that you can use, and something you can share on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and you can also follow us. Our handle is @NoKidHungry on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram. You can follow us. We post about it. You can share, comment, like on those posts, or you can grab one of these images here by right-clicking on it and saving image as and downloading it, and then posting to your own social networks. That's one of the main ways that you can help really share this message, spread the word about this resource for families.
Yes, the more people that know about it, the more we can ensure that kids don't miss these meals that they rely on. And the shareable information is also available in Spanish. So absolutely, we've tried to make it as easy and turnkey for everybody to help get this important message out.
Exactly, yeah, and it wasn't something that I clicked on the map, but you can change the map between Spanish and English very easily. There's an En Español button on the map itself. And I also wanted to highlight too, you know, that while all of these resources are available in English and Spanish, we also, in some key states, we do have a texting version of this available. And while that isn't in every state yet, we hope that throughout the course of the summer, that as we bring more states online, that folks will be able to text to get the same information. And that's available by texting the word food or comida to 877-877. So as more of those states come online in our texting service, people can use that as a resource as well.
Great, great. Well, thank you so much for sharing more information about this resource. We're really excited about it, and just hope that everybody that's watching helps us spread the word, and helps us make sure that children have access to this nutritious meals
Yeah.
while the schools are closed.
Absolutely, yeah, and that link again, nokidhungry.org/help, or if you want to go to the link in Spanish immediately, you can go to nokidhungry.org/ayuda, and that'll be up, like we said, well into the future. So use that as a resource, share it, and thank you for the time, and thank you for watching.
Thank you.